I started in '87. That's when the academy was back at the old Beck Center. It's the recreation center. We had a couple classrooms down there, the big gym, the pool, all the areas around there and stuff. Worked a couple years in the graveyard shift, which was really good, really beneficial to me. From there I went into field training, became a training officer. Did that for a couple of years. After that there was an opportunity. They were starting up a new DART unit, and I was fortunate enough to apply and be accepted to that. Did that for a year, and then I got promoted. Did about 7 months on the road after I was promoted as a new sergeant. From there I went to investigations. I was an investigation sergeant for almost 2 years. And then there was an opening that came back in DART for a sergeant's position. So I went back to DART and did that for about 7 years. So that was really good. And I really enjoyed DART. It was a jack of all trades kind of assignment. So after DART, I went back to the road, did a year on the road, and then the opportunity came open for a field training sergeant to run a training team. And I thought, what an opportunity to make a difference in the way the officers are coming up to the organization. And from there, that's where I'm at now. I've been running a training team for a couple of years now, and we're having a good time. I think we're putting out some pretty good recruits. Aurora is a good place. We are a large enough department. We're about 625 sworn right now, and we're still growing. But we do have a lot of diversity here as far as career fields. And you can do something for a couple of years, then move on and do something else. I mean, we have a variety of things. You always have, patrol is always there. That's the backbone of the department. But we have a narcotics unit. We have a traffic section. We have our PAR unit, which does the neighborhood enforcement and community gatherings and things like that. We have school resource officers who work in the high schools and the middle schools. We have just a variety of things you can do here. Almost anything that you can think of to do with police work, you can do here. And the benefit here is once you get into that, you can do it for a couple of years, get out. If you need a break, you can go back to the road. You can do the road for a while, then you can apply for something else, and you can move on. You can get a very good understanding of all-encompassing police work here at the Aurora Police Department. One of the questions they always ask you is, why do you want to be a cop? And the most common answer is because I want to help people. Well, everybody inherently wants to help people. What do you want to do when you get here? For me, that was one of my answers when I came on. But now that I've been here for a while, I found out how I can help people, and that is by going out into the neighborhoods and taking care of the bad guys and putting them in jail, eliminating that problem, working with my resources. I want to see officers that are coming on here. I want them to be able to engage and talk to people. We get a lot of younger recruits these days. The generation has changed. Everybody's talking by text message or email or cell phone. There's not a lot of face-to-face contact anymore. When I was growing up, you got into a fight. The next day you shook hands and you were buddies again, and the conflict was resolved and you moved on. We don't see that today with what's happening in the way society is being brought up. So it's a lot harder for new guys to go out there. So if you can get some prior experience in the military or something like that, where you're actually dealing with conflict or dealing with other people, you've been out of mom and dad's house for a while, you've got some life experiences, that's a good time for you to come on to here. We'll put you through our academy, we'll train you in the field training program, we'll get you out there, we'll keep an eye on you, and we'll get you to work.